Hi YouTube, I'm pairing today because I'm very excited to have this new toy. Those of you that were clever enough to read the video description will know this is the HobbyKing DLG, but for the benefit of you that can't read, here's the HobbyKing Mini DLG. So I'm a bit hesitant to call this a review because I've never flown a DLG, I've never used a glider, and I really haven't done any line of sight flying. So if you want a proper review, go and visit Bruce Simpson on his RC model review site. If you want to see someone who doesn't really know what they're doing, see if they can figure it out, then carry on watching this one. And the reason I'm appearing on your screens, sorry about that, is I just wanted to show how small and sleek this thing was. Looking at it next to a foamy like my Bixler 2 or something, the Bixler just looks huge. This is just so sleek and smooth. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful model and it's so light, it barely weighs anything. It's, I think, balsa construction with some sort of film over the top. The wing has no ailerons, so it just screws straight on, and you've basically just got rudder and elevator control with the bit in the top, the front here for your electronics. So let's get it apart. I'll show you what I put in it, and then I'll show you how well I managed to fly it, or not, as the case may be. So putting the wings on and off is a real 2-minute job. You get these two little plastic screws which just screw in, and then the wing section just lifts up and away. And as you can see, you've got it's down to almost nothing, so it's really easy to take it anywhere. And of course, as I said, there's no aileron, so there's nothing to join on. The canopy here is held on by a little magnet which goes in and off, or off and on quite easy. Inside, the two micro servos came installed, and you just have to connect up the push rods to the control horns. What you have to put in, what I had to put in, is in this case a beck here by my fingers, that lump of electronics with the ferrite ring, and just here, if you want to focus iPhone, is a little FreeSky D4R receiver which I've taken out of its case so it doesn't take up much space. It's a bit of a pain putting things in. As you can imagine, it's a pretty small canopy anyway, but the fact it's kind of curved like that makes it a little bit tricky to do things. Now on the battery front, the HobbyKing advice was something about up to 25 grams, and I think I watched Bruce's review and he said something like a 350 2S, so I bought this little zippy compact 350 and it just doesn't fit. I couldn't get it to fit in there with the canopy on. Again, the top of the canopy is also curved, so if you can imagine how much space you've got there, not enough. So I rethought that idea, and I ended up finding these these tiny little nanotechs, little 260 milliamps and 2-cell again, which, to say they're 260 and that's 350, that I find it a bit curious. I mean, they're slightly thicker, but I can fit more than 2 of them on that 350, and that's already at 520, so maybe this zippy compact is just not very compact. Anyway, I just stuffed a bit of Velcro in the top there, so I can basically put my battery in. I can move it around slightly if I've got any worries about the centre of gravity, and connect it all in together. I've still got perhaps a bit of sorting out to do here. I really need to push that away just so it closes up a bit easier, because I have found that although the magnet engages okay, I think it really is worth putting a rubber band over the top once you get it all together. But let's skip now and see how it flew. Okay, so this is just the first forward throw, see what happens.
Okay.
Well, that went further than I thought.
I was going to say, you don't need your mouth for the throttle, do you either?
Whoa!
That went slightly more round than I expected.
You put something there. Fantastic.
Have a try. Oh my goodness.
That's brilliant.
It works.
You've not lost any height.
It doesn't want to come down.
Look at that. I think you've got yourself a new challenge now. Or a new hob. Basically slope soaring.
It's essentially doing that, isn't it? It really does get some lift when he goes there.
It certainly is. It's maybe the crest of this hill.
Oh, now I've got orientation issues.
Towards me.
Okay, so this one has got the launch mode on.
Oh, much better.
Much better, isn't it? Right.
You can hear it.
Launch mode is off. I'm into the sun. It's turned around on itself.
So we did a whole bunch of launches and flying and landing, and Neil had a fly as well. But what I really wasn't picking up on, which is very obvious when you watch the video now, is that when throwing it, it was also going around quite heavily to the left.
I'll go slightly over that way, yeah?
Yeah. Ready? I'm ready now. Sorry, I wasn't recording. Bring it back.
Okay. Oh.
Usefully, when Richard turned up, he acted as a fresh pair of eyes and instantly noticed it was going off to the left every time. So we went back onto the launch mode, and we also added some rudder to the right to try and get a straight launch.
If you let it stall, then you've wasted a lot.
Give it another go.
Put the nose down. Okay. Nose down now. There we go. Now you got speed. Maybe too much. See, now I'll trim that down a bit because it will stop the.
That's hands off. That came around on its own that time.
Nose down a bit. Nose down. And so into wind you find.
Oh, listen to that.
Come around again.
Oh, wasn't looking. Oh, that was on the GoPro.
Nose down. There we go. See that. It's climbing. Now, might want to grab some stuff, guys.
So in summary, all I can say is I'm really enjoying it and I'm really having a lot of fun. Although I'm not flying for huge periods of time, it makes it more active. I'm always trying to throw it or trying to keep it up in the air a bit more. I've no idea how it compares to other DLGs, which are a lot more expensive, but this was fairly low price. I'll put some links in the description, and just having a great time with it. That's good enough for me.